Now, we have the elephant in the room, front load laundry. Front load laundry is the best way to do clothes washing now versus roll back the clock 20, 30 years. And there's reasons for that. We talked about impeller and agitator machines filling up with 4 to 5 inches of water, making sure the clothes are wet, but they're not floating. And we talked about the laundry rolling over, where what's on the top makes it to the bottom to get washed, and what's on the bottom gets pushed up, and that cycle repeating itself. The downside with that whole mechanism of operation is not all the clothing is getting cleaned evenly at the same time. And so you do get worse stain removal performance with modern top loaders. You do get worse soil removal performance with modern top loaders. Front loaders, by contrast, you load the clothes horizontally, the drum spins, and the wash is constantly tumbling through the wash zone and changing direction and tumbling backwards. So you have a couple advantages in that. Everything washes and agitates uniformly all at the same time for the entire duration of the cycle versus brief periods of agitation followed by periods of rest in modern top loaders. The other advantage with front loading laundry is it spins faster. So a modern top loader spins at about 750 RPM on the maximum spin setting. Modern front loaders spin between 13 and 1400 RPM. That means more water is extracted from the clothes before they go into the dryer, which means less time in the dryer, less energy consumption overall. And a lot of people complain about front loading laundry. They think, oh, it's gonna smell bad, or oh, it's gonna leak. I can tell you in 14 years of appliance sales, I've never had a complaint about a front loader door gasket leaking and spilling water everywhere. I've had issues with hoses bursting, but never the machine itself. The other side of that is smell. Everybody wants to say that front loading laundry gets stinky and moldy and gross. That was true 15, 20 years ago. It's not necessarily true anymore. With modern washing machines being high efficiency, it's entirely possible to make a top loading washer smell bad and be full of mold. It's entirely possible to do the same thing to a front loader. The difference is in how you as a consumer approach using the product. Using an appropriate amount of laundry products, whether it's detergent, softener, any laundry additives, makes a huge difference as to whether or not the washer is eventually going to develop a moldy, musty odor. The other side of that is self-cleaning. All of these machines, whether they are top or front load, have self-cleaning cycles that are designed to flush away residue. The thing that the machine can't contend with is a consumer using an entire cap full of detergent every single time they do wash, no matter what the load size or soil level is. It will always result in a film accumulating that can support microbial growth. Same thing with fabric softener. If you're overusing liquid fabric softener in a washing machine, you will deposit a layer of chemically modified fat that is perfect food for bacteria and mold. There is no way around that. A lot of manufacturers have tried to come up with ways to address it. GE is a notable one with their microban infused plastic internal components. But even with those machines, it's not entirely impossible to cause them to be moldy.